different post a little bit, you know what I'm saying? While I'm driving, I just feel like talking. There's just a lot of things. It's just, I feel like I need to talk about. First of all, let's talk about us we not actually our physical bodies. We are awareness. And we are awareness. We are awareness, seeing and perceiving the reality in the 3D. Meaning that what we see is a 3D physical representation of things that we cannot see. That's beyond the 3D. And I want to say that we should analyze and observe the way we think and the way we go about things, certain things. I feel as if, again, we are the sky, and our thoughts and our emotions is just clouds passing by. Meaning, that don't mean that we can't feel our emotions, or can't just outright be numb to everything. We can fully feel everything that's going on, but at the same time not identify with that feeling. Or if there's any bad thoughts that come across what we're, you know what I'm saying, what is happening in our mind, we don't have to identify and latch onto that. We can just watch it pass by, and once we watch it and feel the emotions, whether it's the emotion or the thoughts pass by, that's when clarity begins to open up. And it really be in the situations where you really feel like you really feeling those emotions, or any situation that you're just overthinking. But if you don't identify to what you're feeling or thinking, clarity will always emerge after those sections. And it's like, what I like to keep in mind is, think of being next to a train, right? You right next to the train, and the train is passing by. If you latch on or grab a hold of the train, it will send you somewhere that you didn't even intend on going. It will send you down. It will send you to a place or a situation where you didn't even intend on that happening. You didn't even want to happen. But instead, if you watch the train just flow by, after a while, clarity emerges. And that clarity is literally right in front of you, a whole different path that you can go down, and that will lead you to your greatest success. And I feel as if things on this earth is not random whatsoever. It's not random at all. And I feel like everything comes and goes in a sense, but it's all structured in a way. The universe is not random at all. Everything that we experience in our day-to-day life isn't random at all, whether that's the hardships or anything. Everything is just perception. So if you're having a hard day, your perception of that day dictates your mood, and your mood gonna dictate your whole day practically. And if you're overthinking about bad things, that's gonna manifest more bad things into your life. And I feel as if we was to flip our perception about certain situations, we would and see the positive in each situation, no matter what. Flip that negative into a positive, then we're gonna see a whole new outlook of things. And I think most of that stems from being grateful, having gratitude towards whatever in life, having gratitude towards you waking up, being blessed for the things you have on your feet, being blessed for the type of meals that you eat, being blessed with the people that you have, being blessed with the family that you have, being blessed of the problems that you have, because you know after you solve those problems, you're going to emerge greater than you ever emerged or ever been before. And I just feel as if giving gratitude towards God every day, no matter what situation that you're in or what situation that you find yourself being in or what type of unfavorable situation you're in, I feel like having God in your mind and just believing, and not even just believing, having a strong inner knowing, because believing and having a strong inner knowing is two different things. Believing is a conscious intent. Having a strong inner knowing is an unconscious and subconscious intent. So having a subconscious and unconscious intent is way better than having a conscious intent, because having that subconscious and unconscious intent helps you navigate life what it seems like flowing. Just flow through life. You don't have to think hard. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying, consciously put in your mind something, rather than have that strength, that strong inner knowing which is in your core. Your core guides you. It's like a electromagnetic field. Whatever you know about or have a strong inner knowing towards, your core, which is your soul, is going to guide you towards that place. But what it's asking for you is not to block its signals, not to have fear, no worry, no anxiety, none of that, because all of that is frequencies. That is low frequencies. We only operate on high frequencies. So if we're blocking, we're blocking our way through life by living in low frequency. But instead, if we have a higher frequency and allow and help us ourselves broadcast on a higher frequency, that's going to attract more things in our life, making us a magnet to most things in life. Most positive things in life. Not most, but all positive things in life. And I feel like having a positive outlook on anything that you're going on, no matter what, like you can feel your emotions, you can see you observe your thoughts, but being an observer and being aware of everything, awareness starts from within ourselves. So being aware of everything, awareness in everything helps you helps you navigate situations innerly and externally so much better. And I feel like being just being in alignment and coherent with yourself and your values, no matter what go on. And for me personally, like, there's a lot of things that I got going on in my mind, and it's like a lot of things too externally that I can't really voice out. I can't voice out because I've never been the type to just tell. Even if I did tell, like, I feel like that's not really doing anything, but I'm just putting burdens on people. And I feel as if it could be a blessing. I mean, that's part of the reason too, the burden part. And part of it is just I just internalize it, because I'm really good with just internalizing my feelings and just thinking of solutions of that for. Like, I'm not really just the ranter type. Like, I hear you, don't get me wrong, I hear you talk, but it's not. I'm not structured in a way that I can just vent. I think the only way for me to be structured that was I gotta really feel the need to do so, and for me to just talk things out. Like, even now, like, I ain't make a video in a long minute, and during that time a lot of things has happened. Like, a lot of things has happened, a lot of things has changed for me innerly. And I just want to start the year, even though, I mean, we still in the beginning of the year, it's the middle of January, but I just want to start the year as just a progression type. Like, I feel as if I'm not gonna upload every day, but when I do upload, when I feel it's right to upload, I'm going to upload at that moment. And I feel like that's perfect time. I'm going to upload at the perfect time to my own time. You feel? And I ain't going to, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say this is a hobby or anything. It's just something that, you know what I'm saying, I just feel like doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Leaving everything up, the infinite possibilities up to God. And from now on, I'm just going to let God move through rather than resist or try to control every outcome or control everything in my life. I know there's things that is uncontrollable, man. Everything comes down to just surrendering, but not surrendering in a way that's passive. Surrendering with awareness. Surrender plus awareness. Having surrender and awareness in your mind at the same time, I feel like it's an unstoppable feat. Because you're co-creating with God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like as if me being on this fast, as I just started fasting, today made a day of my fast. So I feel as if it's a lot of clarity that's emerging from it. And it's a lot of clarity emerging from it. And I feel as if whenever I be called to make these type of videos, I feel like I'm just gonna upload the thing. Like I'm gonna edit it. It's gonna be some music, but at the same time, I'm not doing this shit for no audience. If an audience tends to find me, then I know that I'm reaching my right types of people, the right types of people. And yeah, like I said, everything in this life that we experience is not random at all. Everything happens for a structure, for a greater mission, for a greater reason. The universe, everything is in order, is structured orderly. Everything is already determined before we was even born, man. Before we was even born, it was already things determined by us. That was already things placed on us. Our life mission was already placed on us. Our North Node, if you know, our North Node was placed on us. Literally, everything was already placed on us. And it's like, for me, like, I feel as if, like, it's so much things out there that we don't know. Like, it's so much things, and it mind boggles me in a way because it's so much knowledge out there that it's just being suppressed in a way. And it's in everything that the society tries to tell us not to go look. Like everything that we need to find about ourselves is literally in the stuff that the masses portray as bad or don't do. Like it's literally, all of that is literally in there. And it's like our own interpretation of things. And I want to speak about religion too. I feel as if religion is definitely, don't get me wrong, religion definitely have strong positive attributes too. I think religion is a great thing, especially for society, for them to keep a moral compass on a lot of things. But I feel like it limits you in a way, and it limits your thinking, because if you don't abide by these rules, then this, that, third is gonna happen. I feel like that in of itself is a control mechanism. I feel like you shouldn't be bound to one religion, because that's literally destroying God's. That's putting limitations on God's power. Because everywhere we look is God. God is within us all. God is without us all. God is literally everywhere we look. Everything is not, nothing, ain't nothing separate from God. A trash can ain't separate from God. A carpet ain't separate from God. We not separate from God. So I feel as if to say that or not believe that is literally putting limits on God, because God is literally, He works in ways that it's just unfathomable to the human mind. And I feel as if that alone should say something. I feel as if that we tend to believe what society paints out as bad without ever knowing ourselves. I feel like our lives is built on knowing ourselves, knowing our limits, not putting limitations on things, going with the flow of things, but not in a way that's detrimental towards us. I feel like we should learn things not in a hindrance of us. Go with the flow, but not in a hindrance type of way. Go with the flow intentionally. Seek out intelligence. Read a book or something like that. Know more about ourselves. And I feel like knowing ourselves is literally, the more we know ourselves, the more we shed false layers of ourselves. And we dissolve all that projections, all the everything, everyday assignment of ourselves. And we come down to our fullest core self. I feel like knowing the way we think, the way we act, knowing what triggers us, knowing how to observe those triggers rather than just identify with it and become consumed with it. I feel as if everyone's placed on the earth for a certain purpose. And I feel like whoever actively seeks that purpose is going to wind up living a more fulfilled life. I feel as if life shouldn't be a comparison factor, because everyone's life is different. Everyone has different paths, and everyone's path is different. No matter what on the outside, you don't know what they're doing inwardly. If you see something not going on externally, I feel like, or I believe, everything is recalibrating inwardly, so that what you're feeling inwardly or what you feed yourself inwardly is going to be exerted outwardly. And I feel as if you're feeding yourself, I feel like in times of where everything just seems still, I feel as if that's crucial to feed yourself with positive reinforcements rather than negative reinforcements. Because I feel like the more positive things you feed yourself, but while staying grounded, but the positive reinforcements that you feed yourself is gonna build you up, and then before you know it, you're gonna have a supernova moment where all those positive reinforcements you was feeding yourself, you're gonna see it translate into each of your life. You're gonna see it translate, in each part of your life, literally all four corners of your life. And I feel as if that's a blessing in of itself, to just go through what you know, because those positive reinforcements, you're trusting in yourself, you're trusting in God, which is you're trusting in yourself, because we're not separate from God whatsoever. We're not separate from God. We co-create with God, and God is within us. So when we trust in God, we are trusting within ourselves, and we are trusting our intuition. And intuition works in different ways. Everybody has different intuition signals. Like with me, it just becomes a strong inner knowing. It's a subtle feeling, but it's a strong inner knowing. It's a subtle feeling, but it's a strong inner knowing. And I feel like language in of itself, like, it doesn't capture everything. I feel like language doesn't capture how we really internally feel. I don't believe language can ever hold that capacity to translate how we feel until the external. Like, you can say you're angry, yeah, you can say you're mad, but that madness that you're feeling internally can't combine to the energy that you're trying to, exuberate through that word. So I feel as if it's impossible for words to describe how you truly feel about a certain thing. And it's so many things that comes up in my mind, like, and I feel as if me talking it out, especially me posting this, and whoever it reaches, like, I just hope it changes their perspective about things, especially if it's things that's going on within their life. And we all got our own separate missions. And I feel as if where we fuck up, or where we can fuck up, is we allow other people to steer our own boats. But that doesn't mean shut down advice. Like, we could all take advice. Like, we could always better ourselves. Constructive criticism, that's the key. I feel like taking constructive criticism and exiting out all other types of criticism, I feel as if that's going to help you evolve and grow. And most importantly, having God in our life. Having God in our life is most definitely the number one thing that's non-negotiable. That's mandatory right there. I feel like you can't live in existence without God. I feel like you just gotta have something to believe in. Like, if you have like a creator, because everything is ordered in a way. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, ain't nothing random. Literally, we living in 2026, but I forgot where. It's 2018. I forgot where. You can look it up. It's 2018, somewhere in the world right now. And it's crazy how we're going off the year. We're going off after the year Jesus died. I believe that's the calendar, the Gregorian calendar. And it's 2018 in Ethiopia. So now it's coming up. It's like time doesn't exist. Time isn't real. Like, yeah, we age and all that stuff, but time subjectively isn't real whatsoever. Time is man-made in a sense. All these months is man-made. Everything is man-made. And even that in of itself is just crazy. Like, everything we see ain't true. It's just a perception of something. You feel me? Being good is true. Good being good is true because that's a perception. So something people made shit up, so we can really make our own shit up. We can make our own word. You saying that this word not in the dictionary? Okay, we can make it up. We made words up. Humans made words up. We can make our own words up. Like, what you mean? What you mean that's not a word? That's a word to me now. I mean, we made words up, so how can that not be a word? There shouldn't be any limitations on words. I'm pretty sure there's words out there that we probably had never heard of, that we probably think is made up, which is ultimately is made up. Like, I'm telling you, everything, our whole existence is to create and evolve, create and evolve. And I feel like creating is just such a necessity to anyone's life, whether that's creating art, creating music, expressing yourself creatively. The way we express ourselves, if we express ourselves authentically, that's us expressing ourselves creatively, because it's authentic to our own expression, and our own expression is unique to anybody else watching. What makes us creative If it's unique, it's creative in a sense. And if it's authentic, it's creative in a sense. Everything we're seeing is just creative. You know what I'm saying? Cars creative, a house creative, light bulbs creative, everything creative. And it's like looking back at the Renaissance buildings, that was creation before everything just started looking the same. When artists or whatever, the sculptures started really putting time and their heart and their work and everything behind what they deem is meaningful. Because anything in this world can be perceived meaningful. It can be different for everyone. But it's just having that passion and having that meaning behind that thing. It's just a beautiful thing, having meaning in your life. And for me personally, like, it started off as like I'm still going through things, you know. I'm only 19 years old. I turned 20 this year, but it's a lot of things that's been walky and kind of rocky, ain't gonna lie, but I know from the end point, I know that everything is happening for a greater reason, for a greater moment. I feel like ain't nothing in life random whatsoever. Ain't nothing in life random. Everything has its cause. Everything happens for a big ass reason. We just gotta believe that we're gonna be placed at the right time, at the right place, at the right time. We can't let no negative shit, we can't let no negative feelings, no negative thoughts get in the way of what we truly desire. But that in of itself, we gotta allow God do his thing with that. We can desire something, but if we consciously stay attached to that thing, if we constantly just begging or chasing that thing, that is not gonna come to us because we actively chasing it. We gotta we gotta emit a frequency that attracts that desire, whether that's becoming, which is ultimately undoubtedly becoming, or being a byproduct of that thing. That thing gotta be a byproduct to who you are. So you gotta change who you are to be able to attract that thing, because that thing is gonna be a byproduct to who you are. And yeah, you feel me? It's a pretty long video, you know what I'm saying? It's not really long. Well, it's just 30 minutes of me yapping, you feel me? And I feel as if, like, I got no social media, to be honest. I deleted all the social media, so I can't promote this shit. Like, whoever sees this, sees it. I stepped away from social media. That's been the greatest choice that I ever made. I ain't had social media since, I'll say, November-ish? Early November, mid-November, that's when I just decided to just cut that shit off. And when I cut that shit off, that was one of the best choices I ever made, because it helps me stay in tune with my reality and not get caught up on just scrolling and just fucking up my brain and my attention span, but to stay grounded in my reality, to know what's going on in my reality, and to take moments and pictures and just stay in that moment, and just not just want to post so urgently, but stay in that moment where when I do decide to hop on social media, I have like a whole bunch of shit. And I have a whole bunch of shit I can really post, but at the same time, I want to post at my right time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not rushing shit. I'm not rushing nothing, to be honest. I'm not rushing nothing. I'm going with the flow every day, but I'm still prepared. I'm going with the flow with awareness. And I'm allowing God to just flow through my everyday actions, like just autopilot, everyday actions, just straight on autopilot, while still becoming aware. Because we're the observer behind everything that we're perceiving. Like, I know it's hard to understand. It might be hard to understand that, but this is not our physical. This body that we in, this meat suit that we in right now is not really who we are at the true deepest level. Who we are at the true deepest level is a black void. We are awareness. We are one single awareness. We are awareness experiencing different realities. We are all connected. We are awareness. I'm telling y'all, we are just one singular point of awareness that is experiencing different lifestyles and different life paths and everything else. Because before us was awareness. Awareness been around. Like, awareness has always been there. Like, Big Bang awareness. Before the earth, before the planets was made, awareness. God is awareness. And even before God, I don't even think it was before God, but even if it was before God, awareness has always been there. Awareness has always been there. Literally, awareness has always been there. Awareness is the focal point of everything. Awareness is the key of everything. Having awareness of everything will grant higher levels of success. A successful businessman didn't go up there for no reason. He was up there because he had a higher awareness. He was aware of everything that he needed to be aware of to have a successful company. And that goes on for so many things. Just having a single point of awareness towards that one thing will grant infinite possibilities within either that one thing or within other things. And I just feel as if that I just need I feel like this is my outlet to really just get things flowing and going. And I feel like as if everything happens in just such a divine, perfect timing. It happens in a timing where it's like, what the fuck? But at the same time, it is what it is, you feel? But I'm gonna wrap this video up. I'm getting tired of it. It's going on 3 a.m. It is 3 a.m. And I just felt the need to just talk, you know what I'm saying? Just get my thoughts out, you know, get everything out, you know. Yeah, everything is happening beyond time. 2026 is definitely gonna be a special year for me. It's definitely gonna be. It's already a special year. It's just, I gotta let time do its thing, and time is most definitely gonna do its thing. Time is most definitely gonna do its thing. Time is gonna do its thing. Even though time ain't real, but time is the essence of all growth. Growth comes within time. Time does heal. You can't heal at that moment. Whatever you're going through, you can't heal at that moment. But just trust in timing. Just perfect timing and everything. And always remember that you're not off track. You're always on track. Every rejection is protection. Every no leads to higher understanding. Just believe that. Yeah, I hope y'all have a good one. You feel me?